They're throwing the ball 800 miles an hour, expecting Bella to be the umpire. They're breaking the sound barrier.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to be like, you're out.
You're out.
Like, how would she know? Today, Mikaela, we are going to be talking Twilight.
Twilight.
Specifically, the top 5 most unintentionally funny scenes in the Twilight saga. Mickey, baby, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is actually the baseball scene. The scene is in the book very well written, where it's like, it's cool, they're playing baseball, it's as loud as lightning when they hit the ball, like it's very cool, but when you watch the scene, it's like, yeah, you got the cool soundtrack, but you also have their like silly CGI, like running, sprinting thing.
That's gotta be a home run, right?
Edward's very fast.
It's just hilarious that they kept doing that through the entire series. I just love the very choreographed scene it was.
Yes. Well, they're wearing like stirrups, which they haven't worn since like the 40s.
They're all very like white collar people playing baseball in the middle of the forest. It's just very funny to me.
My favorite thing about baseball though is they don't really play it in Europe. European guys especially do not know how to throw. And it's the funniest thing ever where it's like, look at Robert Pattinson and his best attempt at being like, this is how you throw a baseball.
I love the scene, but it's a very funny scene to me. Watching it back years later, it's very funny.
Fantastic.
What's your number 5?
Okay, so my number 5 is in the first movie when it's Bella's first day in school and she shows up into class. There's Edward Cullen sitting there and he like kind of starts like smelling like
he kind of like gags a bit.
Like he looks like he's so disgusted. Needless to say, Bella's very much like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like this is the most effort Robert Pattinson put into the entire movie.
This was his best acting performance, was this scene.
Oh. Yeah. Like he sees her and he's like about to throw up. Like it's the most insulting moment ever. And of course we later learn that it's, you know, he's attracted to her blood and whatnot.
You're like my own personal brand of heroin.
But holy if you don't know what movie this is and you come in, it's on the verge of confusing.
Yeah, where you're like, what the
How bad does it have to smell for you to be like, and walk away from class? What's your number 4?
My number 4 is now probably like one of the bigger memes right now, where it's Bella has been avoiding Jacob for a while and all this stuff, and then she comes to visit him and he just pops out and goes, Bella!
Where the hell have you been, Loca?
Where the hell have you been, Loca?
Just what a funny character, right? For someone to write that line and be like, yeah, this is good. Just such a weird write. Just such a weird write.
And it's his walk too.
Yeah,
it's like a skip. Where you been, Loca?
Just such a great line.
Okay, so my number 4 is the baseball scene. It's unintentionally funny.
My monkey man.
This also might be the worst movie scene ever. Like, if you really think about it.
If you really think about it, but
it's
at
the worst
same
scene.
time, it's one of the more iconic scenes in Twilight.
Like, why in this story do you need a pickup baseball game?
Well, it's the American pastime.
If I remember correctly, the baseball game, they get stopped because the bad vampires come?
Yeah, they like hit the baseball too far and like the bad vampires come, they're like, here's your ball.
There's no reason to have this baseball game.
No, there really wasn't. They could have
just
shown
for
them at
that
their
line.
house. Yeah.
And they're throwing the ball 800 miles an hour, expecting Bella to be the umpire. They're breaking the sound barrier.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to be like, you're out.
You're out.
Like, how would she know? How would she know?
I love
like,
the
so
Alice where she's about to throw the ball, she like puts up her leg. And
yes.
Like,
No, yeah, her leg doesn't even go towards the plate. It's like if theater kids were like, baseball. What's your number 3?
my number 3 is when Edward and Bella are confronting each other, where they're kind of doing the like weird dance of like, Edward kind of knows that Bella knows that he's a vampire, but he wants her to say it.
I believe I have this as my number 3 as well.
There's a whole lot to this scene that's funny, but I just love the concept that he's like, say it out loud, say I'm a vampire.
Say it out loud.
And so he's trying to like freak her out about himself, which is kind of weird in itself. 2 seconds later, runs her to this field, this beautiful field. He takes off his shirt and he's just glowing. It's like, I sparkle.
You're beautiful.
What?
I was unaware of this. I knew about the baseball scene. I knew about that he's a vampire, and I knew like some of the other meme stuff. I did not know that he sparkled.
It's the skin of a killer, Bill.
And that was a real twist to me when I watched this movie. Is this also the scene where she goes through the list of why she knows there's something wrong with him?
You're impossibly fast. Your skin is pale white and ice cold. Your eyes change color.
The weight she puts into different things makes no sense.
It's like you're always cold.
Your eyes change color, which by the way, that's the biggest one. People don't do that.
Yeah.
And the one she really put the emphasis on is
You speak like you're from a different time.
and it's like, that is plausible. Their eyes change color.
Yeah. There's so much to that scene. We could probably dissect that entire thing and it'd be hilarious, but oh my god, so good. My number 2 is when Bella in the later movies gives birth to their daughter, and she's like in a coma / dead for like several days. When she wakes up from this coma, has a daughter and is a vampire now, like all this stuff happens to her. They're like, hey, by the way, Jacob imprinted on your kid, and then he goes, well, look.
From the beginning, it was Nessie who wanted me there.
She goes, Nessie!
You nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster?
Real quick.
Is my favorite line.
This is also my number 2. This might be the most up scene. Oh, by the way, I'm in love with your baby.
It's a wolf thing.
I can't help it. That's very convenient.
Hashtag just werewolf things.
I just werewolf things. It's a funny line.
It's the best probably delivered line from Kristen Stewart in the entire series. She seemed legitimately like angry in that scene too.
She's mine!
What's your number 1?
My number 1 is the scene that you listed earlier, which was her walking into class, a fan blowing her scent behind her towards Edward, and him just looking absolutely repulsed. This is like her also like, where everyone's like, okay, Kristen Stewart isn't good, where she's like,
yeah.
She's like really like, oh no.
I don't think you would even make a face. You'd be like, because you'd be so thrown off.
I'd be so thrown off, I would be like, are you okay? Are you gonna throw up?
This feels mean. Like you're the new kid? They were just the
Yeah,
weirdest.
like, are you trying to bully me on my first day at school?
Yeah. Mean, pale, old man.
What's your number 1?
My number 1, and actually you kind of covered it a little bit in the sparkle scene. It's in the forest. He says to her, up there with Loka, he says, hold on tight, spider monkey.
Yes.
You better hold on tight, spider monkey.
I feel like in the books, what's her name, Stephanie Meyer? I feel like she just, like, I'm just gonna throw in random nicknames and not address it.
Yeah.
And it was like, he calls her Spider Monkey here for some reason. He puts her on his back, and then he runs, again at the speed of sound, uphill, and the way they shoot it is really terrible. They're moving really fast. His legs are like not moving as fast as they should, even though they're being sped up. Did anybody check this? That this looks good? But you know what? I'll say this about Twilight. Each movie did get better because as it got bigger, as they had more
They had
budget.
a little bit more money.
Like each movie feels like a totally different universe.
Yeah.
And it's great. By the way, I have a quick honorable mention scene. After they get married, the first time Bella and Edward, knock boots, and they just knock boots.
Yeah.
They break the goddamn bed.
My mom, she like folded the pages in my book or like paper clipped the pages in my
That's
book
so
and
your
was
mom.
like, you're not gonna read that because of this scene. And so I was like in heat when this movie came out. I was like, I have to see the scene.
And you know what?
They nailed it. It was crazy.
They do it justice anyway.
Anyways.
Well, guys, there you have it. Those were the top 5 unintentionally funny scenes from Twilight. Do we miss any of your favorites? I'm sure we did because there's 4 straight movies of it. So let us know in the comments what we missed. And as always, let us know which one of us has the best list. And also head over to ranker.com. Tons of great lists over there. Tons of great Twilight lists over there.
Yes.
For you. What are you doing here? Go to Ranker.
That's it. Thanks for watching.
All right, bye, Loka.
Hold tight, Spider Monkey.